how is this new camera and lens? Is this really sharp? Is this background up here beautiful and blurry? Are you watching this in 4K? Don't tell me you're on your phone. I've not spent money I don't really have on kit I don't really need, so you can watch this on your phone. Go find the biggest 4K TV you can, watch this on that. If you haven't got a 4K TV, a regular one, but get real close to that sucker, like a 7-year-old close. Please, this thing's expensive. So it's Saturday and nearly 7 o'clock and I am exhausted. I spent all morning at the Nuts OCR training ground. More on that in a bit, but I'll put a timestamp down below. You can go check that out in the description if you want to jump straight to that action. First though, I'm not long back from the gym. I was there practicing for a video that I'm going to be doing in a couple of weeks' time to celebrate hitting 10,000 subscribers. Happened a few days ago. A while ago I asked you what you wanted me to do when that happened, and the majority of you voted for me to do the Everesting challenge, which basically means I sit on my bike in the garage and I pedal it up a virtual hill in Zwift until I've climbed the equivalent of going up Everest. And it seems to take reasonably good cyclists all day. I'm not doing that. Well, I am going to do it, but I'm not going to do it right now. My plan is during the summer, I'll come out here, do it in the garden. I can't spend all day in the garage on the bike. So instead, to celebrate 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to do the £100,000 in 100 minutes weights challenge. It's a free weights challenge created by fitness YouTuber Will Tennyson. I'll stick a link up the top. You can go and check out that video if you want. But in very simple terms, you just need to lift £100,000 in total weight moved over a 100-minute workout period. Will then adds on a further challenge, which was to eat 100 items of food. He ate chicken nuggets, I think. I'm not going to do that. As someone that used to be 23 stone, I've eaten enough chicken nuggets, thank you. Doing that wouldn't even be a challenge for me. It'd be more of a sort of horrific flashback to a time best forgotten. So instead, I'm going to do something else that will be just as cool and actually probably tougher. But my worry is that I can't do the weights bit. Will is a young guy, focuses almost entirely on lifting weights, and he only just managed it. So today I went to the gym, I had a bit of a taster. I did a little snippet of it to see whether it was even doable. So I'm going to go grab a coffee, jump in the garage, because actually it's now getting a bit chilly out here, and I'll take you through how it went. So I start the stopwatch, and here is my plan. I've got 60 kilos on that bench press, so I'm going to do 12 reps. It's going to give me 720 kilos, or 1,500-ish pounds. If I do 8 sets, that'll give me over 12,500 pounds. If I superset the bench with dumbbell rows, I've now got just over 25,000 pounds, or a quarter of the 100,000 pound challenge. So I'm going to have to get it done well inside a quarter of the 100 minutes allowed for the full challenge. It's obviously 25 minutes. So really looking to try and get the whole thing done and wrapped up in under 20 minutes quite comfortably. Now, clearly just doing 25% of the challenge on its own means that I'm not going to get anywhere close to the level of fatigue that's going to set in over the full duration, which is why I wanted to be so well inside that 25-minute time. It will then allow me, when I do the thing properly, to take some more substantial breaks later on in the full challenge. Also, I didn't go into it fresh, so it wasn't completely unrealistic. My upper body was very tired from this morning's activities, and a couple of days ago, I hit a PB on the deadlift. That session was pretty draining getting up to that point, so I was fairly fatigued already. How did it go? It was hard. The gym was really hot today. I was working out with my kid down there. He was also struggling in the heat, so it wasn't just an old man thing. And it was also just damn tough. There's really only time for maybe 30 or 40 seconds between sets. That's all I was doing. And then around halfway, I took maybe a couple of minutes just to grab some water. It's pretty intense, and of course the longer it goes on, stating the blindingly obvious, the tougher it becomes. Actually, the rows weren't too bad, but the bench just got heavy. In fact, I had to start racking it before my 12 reps were up, have a breather, and then get the last few reps out. In fact, towards the end, I switched it up and went to reps of 6 and just doubled up on the sets that I needed to do. This time around, in the end, I got my 25,000 pounds in about 18 minutes. But after that, the thought of just jumping straight into another superset, new exercises, just as tough as that, was not very appealing. So look out for that video coming in a couple of weeks' time. I can't do it next weekend because me and Nixon are off running in the Welsh mountains with Limitless Trails, who not only put on some of the most amazing off-road runs ever, they've also got a section on their website dedicated to running with your dog, which has on it some of the most incredible videos ever created on the subject. And I couldn't do it this weekend because this morning Jenna and I were at Camelot events down in Dorking that invited us over there to have a play on their obstacle course rig. It is highly recommended. I'll stick some links in the description down below, but basically Camelot events run outdoor pursuit stuff, airsoft, Nerf gun wars, survival skills, things like that for everyone and anyone. Just as we were leaving, they had a bunch of kids turning up for a birthday party and a lot of rugby players on a stag do coming down later. Personally, I'd rather eat 100 chicken nuggets than be around either of those groups, so we left just in time. Anyway, we were there because it is home to the Nuts Challenge. That is an obstacle course race. I last did it in February 2020, in fact just before COVID hit. I'd signed up then to do 4 laps. You can do between 1 and 5 with them. Each lap takes over an hour though. It was freezing and horrific, but in a very, very good way. Now, obstacle courses like Nuts Challenge, their next one by the way is in September, link down below, are awesome. They're probably my favourite sporting activity, combining running endurance, degree of strength, mental toughness certainly, but mainly just fun. You don't have to race. But what has always frustrated me was that your only time to practice the obstacles is during the race, unless you're allowed to build an obstacle course rig in your garden or something. I'm not, apparently it wouldn't look attractive. But Nuts have solved that because they allow you to go and play. You can go with a group, you can take your mates, and you can actually go and run their course as a group, or if you've done an obstacle course race before, and so basically you know your monkey bar from your elbow, you can just go and pay and play. Now that place is huge with all the standard obstacle course obstacles that you'd expect to find on an event like that. Plenty of wet ones as well, but we stayed in the dry multi-rig area so that we could just pretty much practice swinging on things. And they got lots of things to swing on: monkey bars, high rigs, low rigs, cargo nets, walls for clambering over. Bryan Adams style, we just played until our fingers bled. Stupid obstacle. And if you need any evidence of the improvements that can be made with some practice and a little bit of instruction, this is one of my early attempts on the high rig, playing alongside me having a go once I knew and had been shown what I should be doing. Clearly, like many of these things, technique is such a huge part of it. So huge thank you to Wayne that owns the place down there, and also James who showed us around and also demonstrated how to do the obstacles properly. Again, links down below, go give them your business. Guys like that have been hammered by COVID, which obviously has been bad for any business, but even more frustrating for people trying to help others stay fit and healthy outdoors. If this government is really serious about not wanting to burden our health service, not just this year, but over the next 50 years, take some of that cigarette and alcohol tax and give it to them. We don't need eat out to help out, we need run about to help out. Okay guys, I'm out of here. Don't forget, if you're a good Zwift racer, I'm racing on Tuesday, 9 PM UK time, Aussie Crit Crusher, A category race. Check out my last video, see why. Come join me. Since I mentioned I'm doing it, that race has already now got more people signed up for it 5 days out than would normally take part, so it should be fun and busy. And seriously, video quality, is it noticeably improved? Tell me in the comments. I can then show Jenna what you said, and she'll have to agree that the camera was a worthwhile investment. I also used our Maldives holiday fund for it, so if you know anybody with a caravan in Cornwall, that would be really handy. Go, 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 go. Pull the arms. Come on, pull. Or Nixon dies. Oh, even Even the death of your dog didn't motivate you.